Well, hello there. This isn't our normal day that we meet. I guess it's the day, but not the right date. I did a thing. So, since the last video, I have learned so much. I have been getting information from all sorts of places. And I decided that instead of being bi-weekly like the original plan, I'm actually going to do weekly, where our video in between the stories will be updating videos. So, welcome to the very first update video. I'm going to tell you guys what all I have learned over the past couple weeks. I'm going to give you guys the information that I have and where everything is right now with my dad and my family and all the updates. All the updates that I can give you. So sit back, grab your drink. Today mine is water. Gotta stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. And let's go through these updates together. Over the past couple weeks, I have been deep diving into everything that I can because, as I've said, I want to make sure that my story is authentic and relatable, enjoyable, whatever the word may be, for you as well. I have gone through a lot, and in this first episode, you got to see what life was like kind of before I came around, and you went through some of the stuff that I went through losing my father. Well, we're going to be opening that up more in the next few episodes. If you couldn't tell, there was a lot with my dad that I did not know. And I'm still learning stuff every day. Things that just kind of blow my mind at times and excite me at the same time because I have never been this close to feeling like I know who he was. And I'll explain how I got there. First, I want to explain. So when I first came up with the idea to do this video on a weekly schedule, I had the idea that I would take one of my stock videos, back stock videos, I don't know what you call them, and I would just voice over that. Well, I had a video that was me assembling an entertainment center. This video I was super proud of because it took me like 2.5 hours to build this entertainment center. It's this really awesome entertainment center dog crate thing, and I was so proud of myself because I did the whole thing. I had one of the kids helping me through the whole thing. As I was going to edit this video, I realized how much the children were in the videos and how crazy my children can be. So, unfortunately, I will not be using that to voice over for you, but I do want to include a brief little snippet from that video for you to watch and enjoy because I didn't film it for nothing. I have an entertainment center. It had some weird parts to it to where one of the doors doesn't close right, and the hubby, you know, the man who is of all trades, he had to drill some stuff in and I think use some glue or something. I don't know. It was not any fault of my own. I repeat, I did not mess it up. I did it according to the non-existent directions and the poorly placed stickers that were on the pieces. It wasn't me. I didn't mess it up. So no matter what he tells you, it was not me. But yay, we got that. That was kind of a Christmas present to the puppers. They now have their little crates in the living room so they can sleep in the living room instead of hanging out in the girls' room. And they love it. Absolutely love it. They have homemade pillows they got for Christmas inside of there. It was great. Now, are you ready for some updates? I'm excited to share this with you guys. So after the video, I had received a bunch of comments, and I appreciate every single one of you. I had also gotten some private messages, and one of those private messages was from our one and only cat. You'll see her as Katrina. She had asked me if I had ever heard of something called GEDmatch. I hadn't. So GEDmatch is a company that takes DNA results from other companies, like all the companies that use the DNA testing, and they put them all in one place. Great. Like, this is what I've needed, because I did an ancestry DNA, and I could never see somebody who used DNA testing kits like 23andMe or any of the other ones. And so this was exactly what I needed. I did learn as I did the whole thing that it only pulls those who have signed up for GEDmatch or GEDmatch, however you say it. So it still kind of left a lot of information that is still out there. I know it is, to grab. And now I'm questioning if I should do a 23andMe as well. And then maybe I can get more results from 23andMe and then put that all together and compile a big, huge, this is a AJ book. So I'm contemplating that right now. There's apprehension, mainly because cost is expensive for DNA things, but due to things that I'm dealing with, Rick is dealing with in his personal life, like we have some personal things to take care of before I can just dump a couple $100 on a DNA test. So right now I'm just kind of hoping, hey, maybe more people will sign up for this that maybe I'm related to, and they'll pop up on my thing. So while I was waiting for the results back from GEDmatch, I'm not quite sure how you say that. I started thinking about how my community and my hometown community, and whenever I was property managing those communities where my complexes were located, every community had a Facebook community group. So I got on Facebook and I typed up this big thing of, hey, this is my dad's name. This is my dad's picture. He lived here at this time. Can anybody help me? I posted that, and within 23 minutes, I had 6 comments. They knew my dad. They grew up with my dad. They went to school with my dad. That floored me. It just, getting the response that quickly floored me. I cried a lot. My husband can tell you I cried. I jumped up and down. I was excited. I was just, it was amazing, because for the first time since, spoiler alert, I met my family. Sorry, you'll see that next week. I finally had people from before my dad made it to Illinois that knew him. It was amazing. What was even more amazing was not only were they telling me things about my dad, they were sending me pictures. They sent me pictures of my dad in middle school, my dad's yearbook from when he was in high school. I had already had his senior picture, but they sent me the yearbook where his senior picture was, and I had his quote that he put in the senior yearbook, and it was something about, if high school is just a dream, or if high school is just a dream, wake me up, or something like that. Some people had made comments about his little quote and said that it made them chuckle back in the day. So the general response from the community was, your dad was a very big, kind, sweet person. Seeing that just made me get those warm, cozy feelings, like I was just wrapped in a warm blanket, because my whole life I had hoped that's who he was, a gentle, kind soul. And I think I was up to around 80 something people, all pretty much saying the exact same things about him. So that felt amazing, having that confirmation of, hey, he is what you thought he was. It's been pretty awesome. During talking talking to some of these people, I had actually been DMing 2 or 3 of them, three I think, and one of them happened to be best friends with my aunt, and so she knew the whole family from when they were young, and she gave me a bunch of insight to their lives. It was such a great conversation, and I can't wait to talk to her more because she's amazing, such a sweet person. But during our conversation, I had asked her, do you recall when my dad left New York? And she said, unfortunately, she didn't, but she wonders if it was towards the end of 78. And the only reason she was wondering that is due to the fact that I had been talking to somebody else who actually worked with my dad, my aunt, and my uncle on a farm in 1978. So the initial thought that he left at the end of 77 was incorrect. He was still in New York in 78. I asked about the carnival. I received the name of the carnival and their winter camp that they host in Florida. Did you catch that? This carnival has a winter camp in Florida. So what did I do? I started deep diving. Googling it up. Where is winter camp in Florida for Coleman Brothers shows was the name of it. Coleman Brothers shows. Nothing was really popping up. Nothing. And then bam, winter camp. Coleman Brothers shows in Gibsonton, Florida. Whoa, holy crap. I've got a possible place in Florida that my dad was in. I looked at it on the map. It's not near the ocean, but there are beaches. So what did I do? I get into Gibsonton, Florida Facebook groups. I posted in the groups with pictures of my dad and told them a brief little rundown of the story of, I don't know if he was actually here, but maybe somebody will recognize him, kind of thing. And now I'm waiting. We'll see what happens. The last time I looked at the post, it had 4 or 5 reactions and a couple comments. Mainly the comments were people tagging other people who might have information. So fingers crossed. Let's hope. I had also reached out to my brother-in-law because my brother-in-law is actually from Lakeland, Florida, which isn't too far away from Gibsonton. It, I think, was an hour and a half, something like that, they were away from each other. So I reached out to my brother-in-law and I said, hey, do you know anything about Coleman Brothers shows? And he said, yeah, they have a winter camp down in Florida. And I was like, all right, here we go. So he reached out to his father, who still lives in Florida, and asked him if he remembered the winter camp and where it was held at. And his dad thought that it was Gibsonton. So I think we might be in the right area. Now it's just if anybody will recognize him or the name of him. Maybe then I can get more information, I hope. So as I'm waiting on that, I also got a notification that somebody had commented on one of the posts up in not California, New York. And in that comment, I was given information on my grandmother that I had never had. All I knew about my grandmother was the day of her death, and that was it. I knew her name, her day of her death. I didn't know where she was born, who she was born by, her birthday, brothers, sisters, nothing. I knew nothing. This one person got into my comment and gave me all of the information that I had not had. So that was just throw me on the floor, splash water on me, whoa, kind of thing. Because she passed before I even knew some of them existed. So that was pretty cool. I also took the information that this person had provided me on my grandmother and threw it into my ancestry stuff to see if anything popped up. And while I'm doing this, I get a notification that I have a new match. And I was just floored, like, whoa, okay, cool. I go to find this new match and I find out that this person is a cousin. Well, I have a hard time differentiating between cousins being from my dad's mom's side, my dad's dad's side, because I didn't know names at all. And given the information that this person in New York had given me, I now knew my grandmother's maiden name. This person that I connected with the other day, she's actually a cousin from my grandmother's side, because her relatives have the same last name that she did as a maiden name. So it's been crazy, guys. Crazy and exciting. So exciting. I feel like these past couple weeks I have just been finally, after all of these years, being able to tie fallen strings together, and eventually my board of white string or red string is all going to come together, and in the center of it is going to be me connecting everything where it needs to be connected. It's amazing. So in all of this, I also have sent out a couple messages that I'm eagerly waiting for responses on, of ties that I think could possibly be there. I have been very, very, very apprehensive about sending one of these messages because I don't want to be a wave that crashes into a family as I'm trying to find mine. So I'm just sitting here waiting for a response, hoping and praying that I do get a response. But until I can get a response, I don't know anything on that ground. And I don't want to release anything on that because this is a life-changing kind of thing. And I want to be able to share this life-changing thing, if it is what I think it is, with all of you, and have the proof and everything that I need to show it to everybody, because this is a big one. But with that being said, that I think is where we're at with all of the updates as of now. Like I said, what we're gonna do, because I cannot go live right now, I don't have enough subscribers yet, but what I will do is, because there will be so many updates in between videos, is I'm gonna use the off week from telling the story to use that as a way to provide updates with a quick little, hey, this is what happened kind of video. That way you guys can share in the excitement with me, because this has been exciting. It has been exciting and scary. I feel like Riley's head on Inside Out with all of the little things going crazy. That's me right now, because it's just insane. I'm 40 years old, and it has taken me 30 years to get to a place where I feel like I'm finally learning about my dad. Little stems. You can't see it, but little stems. So, all right. I think that is going to be all for this week. And next week, I am going to be taking you on a trip with me to tell you how I met my family, how I found my family. I found them. So I hope everybody is staying warm, especially if you're in the Midwest or Texas, I think, with these storms that have been impacting everybody. I hope that you all are staying safe and holding your loved ones as tight as you can. Don't forget, subscribe. Woo, right there. Like and hit the little dinger thing. The button. Hit that button. And share. Share. Share with anybody. Share with your mailman. Share with your local grocery store person who's buying all the milk. I don't know. Just share. I would love to see this page grow. And I feel that if we grow, then that net just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and maybe my videos in some way can help somebody out there, especially when we get to the hard stuff. This beginning is kind of gentle and exciting. We're gonna get to hard stuff, but we're gonna do this together, because none of us are in this alone. So I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. You're gorgeous, you're amazing, and the world needs you. Don't forget that as you're hugging those loved ones as tight as you can. Remind them the same thing. You're gorgeous, you're amazing, and the world needs you. All right. Love you.